dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big Corvette. Yeah, riding around the field with a stick all black. Try with a stroke, we with all that.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, What's in Yours, where we keep it raw and uncut, agree to disagree, but it's just our thoughts. I'm your host, T. Martin, and got Doc back on the side, the co-host. We got DJ Unk back on the ones and twos.
Yo, I'm like D when he first started. I'm just a co-host that happens to come back every week.
Every single week he's been back.
We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, man, great to be back.
But man, we got a good one today, man. We got a special one, man. We got some company that came through, take a couple shots, laugh, kick back, just have a good time. And he a Buffalo legend. He went to University of Hawaii. He done played a couple years in the NBA for the Sixers and the Suns. Put your hands together for Trevor Ruffin, everybody. Ring the bell, baby.
What's up?
We there.
How you feeling today, Kane?
I'm feeling being cool like how I'll be cool. How you feeling, brothers? Everybody all right?
Feeling good, man. Glad to have you on the show.
Glad to be had. Pause.
Yeah. Already. Because I wasn't going to let that one go. Glad to be had is crazy.
Pause.
We getting started already, man. Come on, man. Tell the people about yourself, and especially for the ones who don't know you.
I'm named Trevor Ruffin. Born in Virginia, raised in Buffalo, New York. Come from hard-working middle-class family. My grandfather worked at Bethlehem, still the other one worked at Ford. My moms and my pops got they musically inclined. Rick James of the Stone City Band. My father was the leader of the Stone City Band, and used to go on the road with them. And my inspiration has always been just knowing that the town is beautiful, but it's a bigger world outside, Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have to look for inspirations in the streets or in videos. Nowadays, there wasn't no videos when I grew up. But my heroes were at the crib. My grandfather, both of my grandfathers and my pops, and my uncles. So, just that part, man. Just from the town. I'm not humble. I am who I am. And the reason why I say I'm not humble, because if you ever look up that definition of the word, it means being a lesser version of yourself. And that's not how I rock. So I tell you to be respectful, but humble, never you should be. You should always be who you are. When you walk in the room, if somebody invites you to a room, that means they want you to come in the room. So you come in the room with everything that you have, and then let them sort it out, whether they want to deal with you or not. That part.
Boom. Well, we like to start it off. Yeah. Definitely with a shot time.
So I'm never saying I'm humble.
Shot
again.
time.
Don't do it.
I'm never saying I'm
never
humble.
Again. He said,
I don't ever want to be a lesser version of myself.
And the reason why I came to that deduction, it was like when fuck it. I don't mean to put a race card, but it is what the fuck it is. Tom Brady's fiery. He's braggadocious. He needs to humble himself. Michael Vick need to humble himself. Lamar Jackson need to humble himself. Tom Brady yell at somebody, he's a competitor. He yell at somebody, he needs to be humble. So I was like, because you can learn a lot in the media about when certain situations happen, how they attach it to certain players or whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck does humble mean? And I looked it up. And I said, what the fuck is going on? And that's how, when I read it, and I talk to kids a lot. We all give back to the community, whatever. I was like, I've been telling these kids to be humble all this time. A lesser version of yourself to be around somebody else? Mm-hmm. Never. Never would I say it again. Respectful. I could be respectful with being myself without being humble with being lesser than myself. Nah. The fuck?
That's why we keep it raw and uncut. Shot time. We're gonna do a shot
Hey,
time.
let's do a
man.
shot to that.
Bam, bam,
That's
bam, bam.
Celebrate.
Oh,
For the
I
highest-
went big cup. I went big cup. My bad.
You
I
always
got
go.
excited.
You always go big cup.
I always
on
go
them.
big cup.
Man.
Celebrate our wins and celebrate our achievements and
That's a fact.
what we hit this week too. Our goals. Cheers. man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Man,
Cheers.
R.I.P. Jerry, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Jerry,
yeah.
man. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm lost. What does that even mean?
Man, Jerry Springer died.
Jerry Springer
man.
died. Yeah.
Today?
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Damn. Harry Belafonte died.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that first.
We definitely can talk about him.
Talk about that
We can do
first.
that.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that.
But we got to get into you first, though, Trev. We gotta
Okay,
get into you.
let's not.
But
Let's
we can
go.
definitely do that.
Let's go in. Pause. Let's go in.
Yeah,
Pause.
it's getting kind of. We might as well. Well, since you here, let's hit you with the signature question. The signature question early.
Okay.
When it comes to chicken, when we eat wings,
go.
especially extra crispy, you like flats or do you like drums?
I'm going to have to take you back because I don't like crispy wings.
Okay.
You know? And I don't do blue cheese. I do ranch.
Whoa.
Come on, bro.
Definitely gotta go blue cheese,
Boom.
bro.
You
Hold
from
on.
the town.
I'm from the town, but I always been outside the town.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
fact.
true. That's true.
Like, to be perfectly honest with you, I ain't no kid from the main streets of Buffalo.
Yo,
I grew up in a house with a fucking swimming pool in it, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
So inside the house, not outside the house. We ain't gotta go in the house.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
so you
talking
was
about
privileged.
this is Rick James Stone City Band money. I'm going with. I just chose to. I'm a competitor, you know,
facts.
and I'm from 690 East Utica for sure. Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit up here and like say my parents was the only reason I made it because my parents was this. I would never disrespect my lineage like that, yo, because it's just you can big up yourself without downplaying something else, right?
Mhm.
So I could be like, shit, my parents wasn't together, or my parents wasn't there. I come from marriage. I come from my father being around unless he was on the road. So I don't tell those type of stories where, you know, my mom's was the only one. My mom's wasn't the only one. My father was there. My grandmother, my grandfather was there, you know? And I think that's how we take pride back in our communities, by big upping people who were really there. And even if it's for a moment, even if I get a glimpse of you, right? It's funny how y'all could get a glimpse of a motherfucker riding around with a motherfucking Benz that you don't know, but forget about, you remember the 7 times you didn't eat, but don't remember the motherfucking 800 times that you did, right? So how was that let's change our narratives, people. Let's just change our narratives.
So that's why you ate ranch.
Yeah.
Blue cheese.
Go for it.
In a roundabout way.
This whole story is why I eat ranch instead of blue
Yo.
cheese.
We love blue cheese.
Yo, my fucking segues are incredible. You gotta
we understand
keep
that.
up with me. Keep up with me now.
that's right.
My
So what
segues
you
are
saying
incredible.
is-
Nah, the story was fire.
So you saying
I
is-
was mesmerized. Story
So
was
do
fire.
you eat? What do you prefer, flats or drums?
Oh, back to that. Flats.
Yo,
Flats.
Okay, so we got flats. I like flats too.
Team Freaky, man.
So
Yeah, it's freaky.
they gonna say,
All the freaky guys like flats, man.
I believe it's the drums because it's crazy how you take a drum and you put the whole thing in your mouth, pause, and then it come out and it's boom. You a magician?
Yo, think
Yeah.
about
You
all
a
the
magician?
things that you put, you put in your mouth to eat.
We just go say boss.
And
Yo, shit.
and it's
Yeah.
gone, and it's gone, bro. Right? Chicken fingers, French
Not the
fries.
whole thing, though,
You
bro.
put the whole thing in there. It's
Pause.
gone. Chicken
No,
finger,
no,
bro.
he's not.
2 bites chicken finger, popcorn chicken, 1 bite,
Yeah.
chicken nugget, 1 bite.
Yo,
Right?
it
But we're
was-
talking about
When
a
we
drum.
talk about flats, though, bro.
So how
we
you eat a
talking
drum?
about? You have to bust it open.
literally.
Literally bust it
That's
open.
it with you.
Bust it
You gotta
open.
bust-
You only get so many.
Bust the,
flag
so
out.
what you
You
gotta
tryna-
bust the flat open.
You gotta bust the flat
Bust
open.
the flat open. Get
Trev,
on the
you
inside.
gotta bust the flat
I don't even
open.
gotta throw. Yo,
But the drum, so it's okay eating drums.
Trev, how
That's
you
what
eat?
tell
How
me.
you eat your
How
flat,
you eat your
Trev? How
flat?
you eat your flat, Trev?
I eat my flat accordingly.
No, walk us through it.
I leave no shit. Then go get it flat. I'll show you.
Yeah, see,
Next
that
time,
was
you
freaky.
guys.
Yo.
That part was freaky. Go get a flat. I'll show you.
I didn't say that in the Benny Williams voice.
He put his neck in his late night talk show voice.
So you show me how you eat a drum. How do you eat a drum?
Ready, bro?
I'm ready.
Pause.
One. So you tell I done
Why they
seen.
say pause?
I done seen people. I never seen nobody eat a drum. Like,
Nobody
I
ever.
never seen that in my life.
And never no sound effects.
Nah, I've seen some skilled drum eaters. Pause. But I've seen some
That's what I'm
skilled drum
saying.
eaters.
Y'all magicians. I've never seen nothing
they
disappear.
don't
Paul.
take
Show me
much.
how you eat your flat, bro.
I do like this. I'm doing like that.
That's the top.
No, that's the whole thing, bro.
No, that's no way. There's
Crazy.
no way.
You ain't see it.
Did you put the whole wing in
The
your mouth?
whole. Ooh, Paul. Yo, where am I?
He set
You're
you
going
up.
crazy today.
He set you up.
Throw it again.
He
You're
set you
going
up.
Pick it up and
crazy.
throw it
Yo.
again.
So
said
we
you
got flats, we got drums, we got flats, and we got drums. What about y'all people? Comment down below.
Comment in
Flat
Let us
or
know.
drum.
I'm flat, so this between me and my lady how I eat flats.
Come
For real.
There you go.
That part.
Y'all getting personal.
You know what I mean? No, hey, no pause.
Come
No
on.
pause.
No
So
pause.
let's tee it up. Let's get it on. So Trev,
Yes, sir.
tell us, how did it feel playing against Michael Jordan and you dropped buckets on his ass? How did it feel?
Well,
Ooh, drop a bomb of a question, don't you?
you just gonna come right away.
come
with
right
that?
in.
We speeding the bus up. Oh yeah, Trev.
Oh no, yeah, we gotta go. Okay.
Oh no. Just how we ride.
Well,
Nah.
we
Take
on
your
the
time
bus.
to answer this one.
No, I know. Shit, I'm always ready for this one because this is like
You that guy.
I always think I'm that guy, right? No matter who's on the court. But when you get on certain courts, man, like if I'm 15 and I see, I'm gonna drop a name y'all probably don't even know. Curtis Aikens on the court, Madison Boys Club, big up Madison Boys Club, and it's like you saw the Dave Chappelle. Somebody was talking about that shit earlier. Remember when he was like, when he said, I see that nigga was orange when he walked up. I seen this aura type shit. That was Curtis Akers at the Boys Club.
Yeah.
So imagine that times 10 when you see Jordan. Now see, but the first time I played against him wasn't the first time I met him. Because I met him when he was playing baseball. Because he was playing with the Barons that was in Phoenix, and that's when I played for the Suns. So me and Chuck went to a couple games inside the dugout and all type of shit. You know? And like everybody's competitive, right? Like you don't want to lose, you don't want to lose.
Facts.
Nobody wants to lose at anything, right? So when everybody, he's an artist, he just has the will to win. Everybody has the ill to win. The will to win. But do you have the talent?
Yeah.
Everybody don't get a trophy type shit. Right. Oh, he has the will to win because he a bad motherfucker, not because he just closed his eyes and like, I'm willing to win. He had to do some shit to do that, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, and I'm cool with everybody getting some appreciation. But I think that's why everybody thinks they're equal and nobody wants to be different no more. I know I'm gonna go all over the place.
I see
I'm
where
gonna
you're
take
going,
Jordan
though.
and go like,
Yeah.
everybody's not a Michael Jordan. And that's nothing wrong with that.
But that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow.
That's a hard pill to swallow because parents shove that pill down their kids' throats. You only a product of what you're taught.
That's a fact.
So, okay, you're not Michael Jordan. So, you might be able to be Bill Gates. Athleticism might not be in your cards. Everybody can't do this shit, so why do everybody always limit themselves to shit that's the hardest? Take a trade, weld, do anything. They build this shit every day around here. Your ultimate goal, it should be free education and to be the best version of yourself. If somebody's telling you the best version of yourself is the pinnacle, all you're doing is setting them up for failure. It ain't gonna never be another Michael Jordan. The fuck? Ain't gonna be never gonna be another LeBron James, seriously? And quite frankly, it ain't gonna be another Trevor Ruffin around here.
Facts.
I'm just being real. Yeah, everybody gets cheered. Oh, he a bad motherfucker. Oh, he this. Really? I went to the NBA in 1994 at 6 foot. Has it been one since? I'm just saying, I'm guaranteeing and offering free education.
Right.
That's the goal.
So don't worry about what it's like to play against Michael Jordan. Worry about getting that education
Well, yes.
and being your own person.
And like, I don't mean to quelch nothing to step on nobody, but the ethic is not there.
The work ethic.
It's not the work ethic is not there.
What was your work ethic like?
My work ethic was.
What was your work ethic?
Mine was I prided myself in never being tired. Right? This is the difference between Floyd Mayweather, Tank, and a lot of cats. It's not the skill. Like if you want to drill a kid and have them do drills, they shouldn't be tired. Whenever in a game, call me you coach, that you stand in one spot and shoot 20 jump shots.
That never happened.
Never.
How many did you make when you shot 20 though?
Well, you know me.
Oh, well, that's them. That's them going with
I'm
their
cool.
He gonna make 20 and 20.
No,
I mean,
that's
I know
Trevor.
that.
Yeah,
He
Trev,
gonna make
that's
all
it.
of them.
Trev,
Yeah,
That's what you do.
but my point is, I try to teach game, time, situations.
Right.
So if I got you shooting 20 jump shots, you're doing a down and back in the midst of every jump shot.
Right.
Don't take none of my shit, whoever listening. But
I definitely
share it.
Just
So-
put
so-
that in the notes.
So you shoot a jump shot, down and back. Because and
Simulating
you
real-
slide
that real
from
game
I'm
fatigue. Yeah.
because if it's not applicable to the game, what are we doing?
You see a lot of that nowadays. A lot of
Well-
the drills that look like they don't translate.
Well, I'm not here to disparage anybody
No,
for
no,
getting
no,
their bank or nothing. But fuck them if they ain't getting these kids better in the game. Because the game is where it shows. And then it doesn't just show in the game, it shows in leadership. Because if you're confident and you're in shape, you're not tired, you're able to help hold people accountable. It's like doing your homework. Like right now, y'all sit up here, y'all do y'all show, both of y'all know y'all equally qualified because y'all do your homework.
For sure.
And that's the same thing in the game. That's the same thing in anything. Hold people accountable so y'all could do your best effort.
what was that? Season 1, season 2? Oh, accountability.
Yo, I don't need nobody. The fuck you don't need nobody. Everybody needs somebody.
That's a fact.
Stop emasculating our brothers. Stop acting like you don't need nobody, brother, young sister. Help him. The world already against him as soon as he come out. We need fucking guidance. We need it. Okay, so now you're a double minority. You're getting a job that he might should have got. Or might not should have got. Qualifications, I'm not going in on nobody for qualifications, but god damn it. We're here for assistance, not for resistance. We all need to be together in this shit.
Okay. So let's do a U-turn.
I like
got
what we
that?
I like what
Go
we're
ahead,
getting
Doc.
right
What
now.
you got going? U-turn it?
I want to
ahead,
ask.
preach.
Listen, I want to ask. So, like, for Buffalo, for sure. I mean, I seen you play when you were already retired, and like I seen you play in a couple All-Star games locally. And what I saw was you was Steph Curry pretty much before Steph Curry. You was shooting from half court almost. And I know players like around your era don't get a lot of credit for the way the game is played now. And what's kind of your take on the older generation versus the younger generation and a lot of the comments that come from the older generation?
Well, to me, we shouldn't get the credit for them, right? It's like that brick is just there to be a building block. If you did it for kudos, then you was in it for the wrong reason. I don't care if nobody was shoot the way I did or whatever. Do that shit. Because honestly, my senior year of high school was the first year that ever had 3-pointers. The cat that I spoke about earlier, Curtis Higgins, he scored 65 points with no threes, but he always shot from 30 feet.
That's crazy.
That is
Right?
crazy.
And Steph Curry is not the first Steph Curry. The first Steph Curry was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Yes.
So, well, Chris Jackson, what his name was.
Great documentary too.
Yeah,
nobody's seen it. Spectacular.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
No plugs though, unless they pay us.
No.
Unless they pay us. No plugs.
Get this sponsor.
Pause. Yeah. You see us? We talking to you, see? I got it. But yeah, it's like every era is supposed to be a building block, right? So you ain't never heard Bill Russell talk about LeBron and Shaq ain't shit. or Wilt Chamberlain wasn't shit. He competed against him. He never was the person. That's why the shit is named after him now, right? So when you get to a certain level, and it's crazy to say this, because I'm so competitive, but I'm so competitive that I have to be repetitive, because people don't understand what it takes to be great. They see they just see shit. They don't know the work. They don't know the work. I used to shovel out Delaware Park, dude. And shoot jump shots before I went to school. I used to run around the park before I went to school. Like, damn, all of a sudden you nice? No, it ain't all of a sudden I'm nice.
Put that working. Gotta put that leg working.
No.
Work ethic, yeah.
I ain't mean to take over the show, man, but
No.
I'm passionate about this shit.
You are guest.
I want you to,
You know what I mean?
Answer
You gotta answer.
the
You
way you
answer
want
to
to
the
answer.
Philly. That's why it's called Raw and Uncut, man.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest.
The fuck?
That's why you need to call somebody, because people need to talk around here, Coleman. You know, you need to talk around here. It's our therapy, though. And it's, y'all check it out.
And us as black men, we need therapy where we have to not feel like we less of a man. Like everything has to be so adversarial. That's a big reason why we pause. That's a big reason why we fuck pausing. If my man Coleman, if you don't give a fuck, I'm big up in it. I'm not pausing shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That pause is like, whoa. No. Let me ask you a question. And anybody can chime in when they want to. If a black person get money, what do they do?
I'm investing.
You investing after what?
What you mean after?
You take care of the things you always wanted to take care of.
Keep
buy
going.
a car, buy a house, take care of mom.
I'm not even going there.
I'm investing.
Got you.
That's what I'm doing.
What you doing?
You talking about after investing or before investing?
What you doing first?
I'm talking about, you're thinking about moving where?
Relocating.
You talking about relocating?
Out to the suburb.
Away from
out of
who?
the community.
Away from who? Away from who?
Yep.
The people.
Okay, so what is that? We are the only race that when we get money, you move away from where we from. You just said you would reinvest. Right now, where you from?
No, I would invest, not reinvest.
Invest.
I
No,
would
but I'm saying
Well, I get what
invest.
you-
in the community
I'm saying,
you're from, you're saying.
like, well, if ever a white person hit the lottery, he gonna move to Cold Springs?
No,
Definitely not.
you staying right where you at.
What I'm trying to say is, so if we reinvested where we was, I'm not even talking about athletes. I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, dentists, steel workers, welders. If we all just became a conglomerate, I love fucking Chinatown.
I agree.
What's wrong with that? Oh, we might get robbed. Don't nobody get robbed in suburbia? Don't nobody get killed in suburbia?
There are those that would argue with you and say
It sounds like
that
you.
you can't get everybody on the same.
He said it sounded like you.
No, I'm not.
This is why you can
No, that's
agree
like-
to disagree
I'm
and
not,
adjust our
I'm
thoughts.
not though, but I'm saying there's people
Just our
that
thoughts.
there's people that would say that you can't get everybody on the same page.
It's not about being on the same page. Because since I'm an athlete, I deal in percentages. Like, remember I was talking about how many billion of people there is in the world? If we on a 70-30 joint, why do we always focus on the 30? That's what we do in our community.
I agree.
We talk about the cats who do all whatever they do. big ups to him. I don't know your situation, not judging. But why is that the thing we
But you don't
always
think that
focus
the
on?
30 makes the difference and make it at 100 though?
Or make it 50 first,
The-
and then
Whoa,
get to 100.
Hold on. So if I shot 7 for 10 from the 3-point line, it's a $20 million contract.
So
I'm-
that 30
More
don't
than
mean
that.
that 30 don't mean nothing.
70%.
No, that 30 means that I need to work harder.
Yeah,
That 70 what we should focus on and not the 30.
yeah.
Okay.
Why we focusing on the 30?
I hear you.
The 30 needs to be coddled and explained to and talked to, but to be the focus?
So like if you go deep in history, you got those like Booker T. Washington that'll say 10%, live through the top 10%, and everybody else needs to follow the decisions of that top 10%.
And
How you feel about that?
Well, I hear what Booker T is saying, because when he was talking about the 10%,
Right.
80% couldn't read.
Most educated. Yeah,
That's what we
That
gotta
is
work
a
for.
fact.
Gotta work
So,
for that.
so
That
I feel
was
what
a
he's
great
saying.
answer.
I feel what he's saying, but it
That's
has
a
to be
great answer.
education
Yes.
first, right?
Yes.
So if we're
Yo, that was the
no
best
disrespect,
answer.
Booker T. But yeah, if you only talk,
That's a fact.
but that 10%
He
that
just
can
looked at the
read,
camera like Booker T was gonna watch the episode.
If Booker T
No disrespect.
come through this month, I'm gone.
Man,
Headphones and
because-
all, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all
He
now.
probably
Booker T
would.
better not
I-
pop his ass up.
No, but yeah, but Booker T had a point, just like people had a point about pork when there wasn't no refrigeration, right?
No
So
swine, brother.
No, I'm just saying
I know.
the parasites and everything that came out. That's
Oh,
why
true, yeah.
it got put in a certain
The
light.
bad, yeah.
If you leave steak out, like it ain't gonna be no worms in it. So I'm not Muslim or nothing like that. I'm not telling nobody not to be on their game about nothing. But I'm saying if you just really just being logical, pork was the easiest thing to catch back then. So we can't hang this up for so long. I'm not bigger up at pork. None of my Muslim brothers, none of my whoever people. The fuck, I don't care.
All right, let's get this going. Y'all done went to Booker T,
Yeah,
to
the pork.
everybody. Shit, I'm about to do a spin a Rooney around this motherfucker.
That's the death for me, man. It's
I know.
mad layers
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me.
it's
getting-
Give me
Yeah, I know my
five
boy Trev got
funniest.
layers.
Give me 5 funniest movies of all time. Or yours.
Five-
Five
mine?
funniest.
Can they all be the same person?
We could do it.
Absolutely.
Okay. 48 hours.
Ooh.
I never
Coming
saw
to
it.
America.
Coming to America.
Friday. Which Way Is Up? And Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. I gotta go.
What you got? Top 5.
Top 5 funniest.
Funniest.
I'm going Coming to America. Friday. Blue Street.
Underrated.
Yeah, Blue Street is underrated. man.
Underappreciated.
I'm gonna go. Man, that's 3. I gotta. Man.
Come on. There's one that's got to be on this list. Like I feel like you got to put Life on there.
Oh no. Okay, that's number 1
Yo,
for
Life
me.
was good, bro, but Life was like
It's up to
it was
you.
like a funny,
You got
deep
2
movie.
more. You go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going.
I didn't say Life, did I?
I'm definitely saying Life.
That's a bonus one.
I'm definitely
I-
saying
Life
Life.
is in my
Honorable
mind.
mention.
Yeah, my
You
type.
ruined everybody's joint.
I'm sorry.
You should have kept it. Everybody.
I'm saying
took it. He
that
took
drain's
it.
so funny.
Everybody
Let
know
you
that.
have it.
Life is
We got to share
Everybody.
life. We got to share life.
Nah,
goddamn
Life
it.
was.
Nah.
You gonna eat your
Okay, I gotta come.
cornbread?
Okay. Damn,
I'm
go ahead.
motherfucker, you ain't had my cornbread.
Yo,
Trying to take my cornbread, part 2 of my Guinness
speed.
people get over on your ass.
We were
Nah, fuck that. Fuck him.
I
I'm
wish
from New
this
York
spoon
City,
was
goddammit.
shot right now. Kill a motherfucker. Boss, he ain't working.
Yo, he ain't working.
Oh, bro.
See,
I can't
you got,
forget.
look how
all
many
the-
quotes that was in
Yeah,
like
no.
a
Yo,
30 second
yeah.
video.
Because
Like,
it's
real.
so
That's
many.
funny.
You forget about that. All
Yes.
about the Benjamins, bro. All about the
Good
Benjamins
movies.
is
Good
hilarious
movie.
to me,
Good
bro.
movie.
You know what I mean? Book 'em.
Yeah.
Catch me.
He said, why you ain't
Yeah,
catching
Mike
me?
Epps had a good run.
catching me?
Mike Epps had a good
Mike
little
Epps
run.
had a good run, man.
He
He had a
definitely
good
did.
run, man.
That's 5. You got
Yeah,
one
that
more.
was 4, bro. I
Yo, he can't wait to
put
do
life.
his.
I put life in there.
Let him do his.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna swing that to you.
All right,
Oh,
let me-
you want to go
We go
last?
last.
I go.
right,
We
go
gotta go. We going Harlem Nights. I'm going Harlem Nights.
Facts.
Harlem
And
Nights.
then I'm gonna go live, but I'm gonna get one off the bench. I'm definitely going money talk. You said
Money Talk.
That
Nice.
was good.
Money
I
Talk.
had that one in my
That was
pocket
good.
Money
too.
Talk was good.
Money talk,
that one in my
funny
pocket.
as hell. I like the Fridays. Everybody like the first Friday. I like it too, but I like Friday after next with Pinky was on there. Yo,
Oh yeah.
Yo, that scene.
Yeah,
I was gonna
Pinky.
say.
say it again.
Say it again. It's gonna be more juice everywhere. Yeah. Facts.
That
was a
joint
funny
was
joint.
fun.
That was a funny joint.
Yeah.
You said Blue Streak. I'm gonna go nothing to lose with Martin.
That was good.
Y'all remember nothing to lose?
I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, nothing to lose. I'm gonna go. I like How High. The first one.
How I was kind of corny to me.
Come on, man.
I
Not when we was
would pick Rush Hour over How High, bro.
I like
Rush-
Rush
the
Hour
first
too.
Rush Hour
I
was
definitely
funny.
like Rush
Yeah,
Hour.
Rush-
The first one is
That's
funny.
why it's our opinions, dude.
Right. It's
See,
just
now
our
you trying to
thoughts.
control-
It's just my
That's
thoughts.
what I was thinking at the time. Just what I was thinking at the time.
Word, man. For real. What you got, Doc?
Let me get Life. Let me get Blue Streak. Let me get Friday. No, well, next Friday. I'm gonna put next Friday on my list because I just Day Day was off the hook, bro. Uncle Elroy. Yeah.
Wait a minute, man.
It's Mr. Nasty
They
time.
said you got 5.
Faded, X-rated. Let me go. I'm gonna give the new generation some love.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna give them some love. Let me
There they go. There they go.
I'm gonna step away from the culture for a second. I'm gonna say Super Bad.
Oh,
That
like
was
Super
funny.
Bad.
That was
Oh,
funny.
Superbad
As
love.
fuck.
Superbad was
That
funny.
Can I do that?
McLovin?
I can do that.
McLovin?
I just want
Oh,
to, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
McLovin.
Man, make love it.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything on the joint is
Seth Rogen got some joints.
Nah,
Seth
Seth do got
Rogen
some
got some
joints.
Yo,
joints.
Seth definitely.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then give me I'm gonna give love to the first Nutty Professor
Oh, that's a good one.
because people forget about that a lot. That
do.
first Nutty Professor was funny.
Hercules.
Yeah,
that first one was
that
funny.
My boy Reggie. What did Reggie say?
What you said about me?
Yeah.
Hot topics. What's hot today, Doc?
Hot topics. Okay, so we got. Let's talk about Jerry Springer. I'm gonna throw that right out
R.I.P.
there. So R.I.P. Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
We lost a couple of
Facts,
legends
facts.
this week. We lost Jerry Springer, Harry Belafonte.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna pretty much go over Harry Belafonte briefly. What he meant to cinema, definitely groundbreaking for Black actors. Mean a lot to me personally. What he did in his lifetime and everything, but definitely sad to see. And his legacy does not die; it lives on through cinema, through new actors, new Black actors, new minority actors. So definitely shout out to Harry Belafonte. But let's get to Jerry Springer.
Shout out Harry
Oh,
Belafonte.
dog, before we get to Jerry, man, we got to shout out Steve. I know Steve heard.
Yeah, where's Steve?
Come on,
Man.
Steve,
Steve
right
Hurt.
now.
I want to talk about Steve though. So
Shout out to-
R.I.P. Jerry. Shout out to Steve. But I want to talk about
Get Jerry, get on
what. Listen, hot topic. Like, what was your favorite thing about the Jerry Springer show? I'm going to Unc first. What was your favorite thing about the Jerry Springer show?
All right, so let's not take this the wrong way.
Oh,
Right?
here you go.
But when Jerry first came on,
Get your flag ready.
I got
right,
it.
I was young. I was super young.
Oh,
And unlike Trev, right, we didn't have a swimming pool inside our house. So we was a little broke. We had aluminum foil on antennas, right? We didn't get cable until I was a little bit older. So Jerry Springer was like my porn. So
yo,
Dude,
so
I could see that
first of
though.
all,
Yo,
Fucking
but
mic away from
now
me,
hold
man.
on. Let me
If you-
address this bullshit. Shots fired. It was no way.
Everybody
There was no way.
Jerry could not be. Go
No,
ahead.
because
Stop.
Jerry was always on cable. So it was never, you didn't
no,
need
it wasn't,
ad.
bro. He came on Fox
channel
29.
Nah, he was
20?
on at night first.
He was on Channel
that
29.
Oh, I didn't get that. I see Channel 29 was a non-cable channel. That was
And
on
You
the
didn't
antenna.
need it. You didn't need
Fox
no 40 for
29.
that.
No, he was on at night though. Before.
Oh, I didn't
Wasn't
see the
he
Jerry
on at
Springer
night?
at night.
I think he was on at night first.
Was it
don't
Jerry
quote
at
me on
night?
this.
That was
I
a-
thought
that
he
was
was
later
on
on.
night.
No,
It was like Howard Stern.
Or was
Jerry-
that
I'm
like? Or
still
was that Ricky
stuck
Blake? One
on
of them.
Jerry being porn.
That's what.
So
because Jerry used to have.
I'm gonna clean my man up.
It was
Hold on, let me clean my man up because let me clean him up because there was a movie that came out called, I want to say it's called like The Ringer or something like that.
Jay was porn,
and that joint had some crazy scenes in it that was like porn like. And so I'm gonna clean my man up. I'm gonna say
or porn.
It wasn't porn.
Jerry?
It was a flick that came on. It could come on TV, but that joint had some like wild nudity in it.
Yo, so
and like at that age, that is like porn.
That's like porn, bro.
Like
think
spice
about
shit.
like
Spice
think about
shit.
like Monsters. Being a kid when Monsters Ball came out, or
I
the
gotta,
scenes
like,
from
Google the
Belly.
name, but I think
like
it's like
Belly
called,
had
like, The
mad
Ringer.
scenes in it, and when I was younger, and I was like, yo,
Belly has some scenes.
That's
Still
crazy,
now,
right?
Belly got some joints that's like
yeah,
okay.
even now you watch it now,
Yeah.
but like we
So-
talking Monsters Ball, Belly, all these nasty movies, man.
So y'all saying that cinema turns y'all to who y'all are?
It was
cinema.
Jerry.
So clarification, it's called Ringmaster. It came out in
Oh yeah,
1998.
yeah. That was the
remember
movie.
that.
That was in
That movie
What's
had
the
a
name
lot
was
of
in
nudity
that?
and
What's,
shit. And that, tell me they was getting it in that
So they
joint.
was like, what it?
Pinky Greer was in that from Steve Harvey show.
I get into it with y'all.
Fine ass Raquel.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
see,
yep.
She was in the joint.
Yes.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
So
man.
we went from Jerry to porn.
No,
That's
no,
what y'all
no.
said.
What
We
I'm
might as well
saying
talk
is,
about
No.
Cherokee and
No,
Rudy and
no,
shit.
whoa,
Do this on my
So that's where
show.
y'all want to go?
Not what I'm gonna guess. That was he said it. He's the DJ.
That's why all these flags is on the floor.
whoa, because I never dropped real porn names. I never said nothing about Cherokee or nothing.
God.
You just dropped names. What I said
You
was
brought this up.
because you said Jerry Springer. What it was Jerry for me, and it was like soft porn for me when I was coming up, bro.
You said word though. You say the P word.
Because Jerry had them episodes where they would be like wrestling and oil. Like
I
the
can't hear
car-
him no more.
I know.
They would be wrestling.
Yeah, man, they had
he
all
know,
that.
He know about the FC. He know.
I'm done with y'all, man. I'm done with
And
y'all.
then they had like the stripper pole.
I'm done
in
with
there,
y'all.
And they were doing like stripper episodes.
So-
Hey, right. What was
So we not talking about Roxy Reynolds or nothing?
See what I'm saying?
So,
It's not
alright,
me
so,
no more.
So Ruff, what was your favorite part about the show?
What show?
About Roxy. He better talk about Roxy.
About Roxy?
About the show.
We
About the
still,
show.
R.I.P. Jerry. We done went from Roxy to Jerry to Steve.
No.
This
I'm not
shit, we
going to
doing
Roxy.
donuts now.
All I'm saying is that it was so refreshing to and just not to see just ignorant black people on TV.
Yo.
Yeah.
And so that was my like, okay, shit, everybody's stupid.
Yo.
Why we on
That is
TV all the
crazy.
time? Like
Yeah.
here we go with, Trailer Park and Ghetto, whatever the fuck. And it was like, damn, somebody probably finally brought that shit to light.
What he said was so deep that people didn't realize what he just said. That was so deep. Like, so deep.
And I enjoyed it because I knew that,
Yes.
right? But I never judged it that way. But think of a narrative, right? So if a motherfucker shoot up a school, it's about his family. A brother shoot up a school, it's about his race,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
So
I got another one for you. If
So-
it's also pushed the narrative that like most black people are in poverty, welfare,
not even.
and that's not a fact. That's not a fact of it's
But,
not
but
statistically.
see, I'm not the type of cat that will bring other people into to make my
Correct.
point. But my point has to be made sometime at the expense of, even if it's for a second,
Yeah, for sure.
even if it's just to make a motherfucking point.
Just to think about it.
Just
to think about it. Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is really leaning on welfare?
Exactly. Men lie, women lie.
Numbers
don't.
Let's do a U-turn. Let's do this U-turn.
Wait, I gotta talk about my favorite part of Jay Springer before we go.
I don't even want to go. Preach.
I do too. I want to hear
My
this.
favorite part is at the end of the show when they give the audience the mics. And they stand up there and they say, "Hey, I'm talking to that big whale in the front." And the person go, "Why don't you come on here and say that?" And they about to fight. And then Steve stand up and Steve acting important. He put his face in the camera because Steve always wanted to be the host, really.
Yeah.
So Steve stand up, he break it
End of
up.
the show, though.
Yeah.
20 years later.
Steve give him a little lecture.
matter.
Steve be like, "Sit down right there. you got problems. And he give him a little lecture and all that. And the whole crowd go crazy because they arguing with the person and that asked the question. That was my favorite part, yo.
So y'all not gonna tell me y'all don't remember Jerry Beads?
I was just damn. I can't. What? Coleman,
Yo.
you might as well sit here. I'm gonna sit
what
there
I'm
because
saying.
that was.
So
you
why
was in
didn't
my
you say
head.
that was your favorite part then?
So
I was
but I'm
coming to.
just
That's
saying,
my. Well, that's your
when
favorite.
I talked
part.
about Jerry being soft porn, all of
We
these
back to
things
the
happened
porn.
on the Jerry Springer show.
You should have been specific.
Everybody was like, "I'm going to Jerry just to get Jerry Beads," and they were woo.
I forgot about Jerry
How old
Beats.
were you coming?
So you
When
back?
Jerry, they said when Jerry first
How
came out,
old were
I was
you?
probably like 10, bro. I was at the time where
That joint
Yo,
was
you
on
was,
that
you was
night.
watching higher porn
Let
at
me
10.
tell you what I was
Watching
watching.
higher
You was
when I
watching
12.
I
higher porn
wasn't
at
higher
10. man.
porn at 10, bro.
Allow me to retort. Let me tell you what I was watching at 12. At 13.
Oh, we
I
on
was
the
running
gas.
home
We was on the
to
gas.
watch the Cosby Show.
The Cosby's?
You running home to watch Jerry
No,
Springer.
I didn't run home. No.
Hold on.
Oh,
Let me
that's
finish.
not-
No.
I ran home to watch The Wire.
You said what you said. Let me
10 years old.
Let me say what I said. I ran home to big up fuck what Dion did. The Cosby Show did more fuck
Yo, we go.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm about to leave.
Bill Cosby did way more than that for that shit that Deion Sanders ever did. I'm talking about all the sweatshirts, all the homecomings, everything.
No, for real.
Everybody wanted to go to college.
That's a fact.
Yep. That's
And
a
a
fact.
black college. Just because,
A Bill
not
Cosby.
no, but now you get some, damn, I'm proud to be who the fuck I am.
Yep.
Right?
That's a fact.
Me, myself, I said no. I was going to go to Morgan State. What coaches come to Morgan? Ain't no internet.
Yeah.
Ain't no YouTube.
Depend on the time.
I give a motherfucker 50 on who you playing against.
Yep.
What?
Don't matter.
I'm playing against the basket. I can put the ball in the fucking basket. That's what I'm playing against all the time, right? So the objective of basketball is to do what?
Put the ball in
Put
the
the
hoop.
ball in the basket.
So why motherfuckers be having motherfuckers do 55 dribbles instead of just shooting?
That's why some of them people jumpers is broke.
Well, it's not that they jumpers
See,
is
Trev,
broke.
you analyzing the game in a different light because I got to get to the basket though, right, Trev? How can I get to the basket if I don't know how to dribble?
All you need is one move.
Is dribbling involved?
If you in shape and if you strong,
You just said something a lot of people don't have though.
why the fuck I gotta throw 35 moves?
But you just said something a lot of people don't have.
What's that?
In shape.
Strength.
Oh, strength. Yeah.
And shape.
Because a lot of people don't weight train. They all they do is playing all day.
No,
They don't hit them weights.
no, they weight train for looks, not for
Functional strength.
Exactly.
But
I agree.
keep the cameras in the
Course.
lockers, man.
I'm saying you have to be a little aggressive. That's why I always tell anybody who play basketball now, you should have played football first.
Or
I'm a football
another
player.
sport.
Or soccer.
Yeah.
Footwork, a la Hakeem, Jason Kidd. It's footwork. Everything is footwork, but everything is, I don't care what you play. If you can't adapt it to whatever you're doing, you're lost. You know why they get lost? Because they're out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
If you in condition, if you never get tired, everything that you taught them will always come into, oh, it's the fourth quarter. I'm not tired. Or it's the fourth quarter, like, I don't give a fuck no more.
But see, that's that dog. You gotta have that
No,
dog. in you.
no. Dogs are killers,
Got to.
right?
Gotta be.
But you can't have a whole NBA full of Kobe's or they pull out guns at halftime. Like what you say to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that get out of control.
That did happen.
Everybody was Kobe
out of
and
control.
Jordan and LeBron. Cats to get shot at halftime. Remember that? What was that movie?
Butter rim.
Nah, not Above the Rim. It was a movie.
I love butter.
With Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans. When the dude was running for a touchdown, he started shooting people. He was going down the field.
What was that called?
Halle Berry was in it. What was the name of that movie?
Dang,
Don't make me keep people no more
We gotta
shots.
research it.
Go ahead, Doc. Let's see what
You know
that's
what I'm
about.
talking about, right?
I don't know that
Yes.
movie.
The man was going to the end zone, and he just started shooting people this way to the end zone.
I'm trying to think.
And then
That
he shot
sounds real
himself in the
familiar.
head in the
Oh
end zone.
shit! No, I ain't see that. I ain't even never seen
Yeah,
that.
that sounds
Damon
crazy.
Wayans,
No, I know what
Halle
he's
Berry,
talking
and
about.
Bruce Willis was in it. It was a dope movie. Boy Scout.
Boy
I
Scout.
never seen it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question.
What? I answer it.
We at karaoke, right? What's your
Right.
karaoke go-to song?
Studio.
Let's
Trevor in the
do
studio.
right.
Trevor in the studio. Yeah, tell it. Look.
Lady, you know just what I need. I want to hold you up so tight.
Yo, the camera gotta get his feet. That's the best one right there.
Trevor anywhere.
It's the feet, man.
It's cutie, you turn me on.
Uh-huh.
I like to run my fingers through
Through
your
your
hair.
hair.
So come on and stay with me all night. I want to ride with you, baby. All night long. I want to roll. Feeling so strong. Hey, girl. I'm done.
Y'all told me.